Okay, thanks everyone for coming. I'll hand you straight over to Matt Thomas from Midi.
Oh, right. So yes, I DJ a lot currently, and I'm sort of lucky enough that I got enough profile myself and the guy I used to work with, who's in that picture there, with Matthew. I'll just benefit the camera. That's that gentleman there. Yeah, we began King League together in 2001, and we were lucky enough that we sort of had a few sort of big-ish remixing hits in a kind of a couple of years quite close together, and it gave us enough profile that ever since then I kind of get enough DJing work to get by, which is great. Okay, I kind of always play piano, that kind of crap like everybody does, and I wasn't actually that big a sort of music fan. Some people like, they go, oh, when I was 12, I was T-Rex, I just wasn't bothered really at all. I couldn't give a shit about music at all when I was about 15, where my parents had they had a stereo in the house, but for my whole life only one speaker worked. And when I was about 15, I was just sort of like kind of just like fucking around with a dead speaker, and it came to life. And I literally was just like had this kind of amazing epiphany, because I was sort of there, and I like, the sound, it's inside my head. And so I had my Brothers in Arms demonstrate the only record in the house, and put it on. I kind of lay down and put the speakers on the floor, and it was incredible. At that point I was just like totally hooked on sound, absolutely completely fucking irrevocably hooked on sound forever. So yeah, so that was kind of what kind of made me think, oh, this is what I want to do. So I thought, what I want to do is actually get on the sort of studio scene. So Chester, lovely place, Hollyoaks and all that, but not much in the way of studios and music scene really. It was a bit. So I went to Liverpool because it was nearby. So yeah, I got there and thought, well, I literally knew nobody. I've never had any kind of like, oh yes, I'll go and see my friend who runs that huge studio. So I just literally used to look in local papers and look for like fucking anything. And so that was a really good experience from that front. You're just meeting nutters by the score. And so after doing that for a while, for about a year, I kind of ended up getting onto a course much like this, which was run by one of the studios, and I was kind of also lucky enough to kind of found a place who actually gave me a room, because I had synths even then. And so I thought, oh, I'm a programmer. Yeah, because those are the days when not everybody was a producer. Everybody's a producer now. But then you had like engineers who were like sick if they saw a computer, like, and so you had programmers who'd sort of help the engineer and go, no, it's all right, it's okay, it's okay. The dance music thing, because while I was doing all this programming and so on, Matthew and I met up to do one of these editing jobs. He just needed some bits and pieces cutting in and out of an essential mix. Yeah, we kind of did this nice 2-3 year run of remix everybody, and everybody going, oh, you're marvellous. And then Parlophone signed us to do an album. It's like, fucking Parlophone, Beatles label, yes! The label sort of said to us, look, no pressure. It's entirely up to you, but there's sort of two choices in the road at this point. You can make a club album and deliver it, and we will accept it, and we will release it, and it will sell nothing, and we will drop you. Okay, that's option A, is it? Okay, option B. Option B is you've got to sort of work out what it is people are going to like, because they've sort of stopped buying records. So do you want to sort of work out what it is people do like, and make that album? That was how I experienced the death of the music industry. That's a kind of a whole subject in itself, really, which is that you might want to start thinking about making music and not actually give a shit about whether somebody's going to give you 99p on Beatport, and you might want to think about getting the most possible people to hear it, and not really giving a fuck about whether you're selling it or not, because that's kind of like it's an ego thing. So you've got to go and play live, because the music industry, in case any of you missed it, sort of collapsed about 2003, 2004, and so went, ah. So what I'm really interested in currently is bits of gear and ways of working that sort of create music that I'm not responsible for. Like this is a Monume. Okay, it is a box, lights and buttons. Sorry folks, there we go. Yeah, that's all it is. It doesn't do anything naturally. All it really does is when you press them buttons, something comes out, a little bit of computer gibberish, and you can send computer gibberish back into it and the lights will come on. What it does, that's kind of the most interesting thing I find personally, is it lets you run the current track in Ableton through this plugin, and as you can see we've got 16 buttons across, and obviously a natural thing to chop a bar into is 16. And what this lets you do is, it's essentially it's going bumps, 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 a little light kind of follows across with each bar. And you can just want to play the snare a bit, you can pick out any part of the music as it's playing through on the current bar and just play the fuck. Start on beat 1, playing slides 2 on beat 2, then slides 3 on beat 3, makes sense, yeah. Okay, so if you want to set these kind of repetitive patterns, there we go. So that's shitty set. So kind of kick ones there, and I've got the same idea with snares here. So you can sort of set these nice little groovy little rhythms. These are quite plain. You can set up really fucking abstract stuff. You have like, you know, all the patterns, sort of the slices running backwards against the timing, all this sort of stuff. So the more abstract you want to be, great, go for it. Sort of thing. That's kind of what this stuff is for. As well as changing the ordering of the sounds, you can edit the pitch. You can have like sort of stuff, you know, all this kind of business. I thought rather than show you that on a dance track, which is kind of alright. Actually, these things probably really come into their own a bit on more sort of glitchy business, I personally find. I mean, it's a great kind of toy for a DJ booth. To cover my escape, I thought we'd just listen to this because it's lovely. Now this is another thing that again sort of reinforces this idea of something you can't play. You just can't walk up to this and go, aha, you know, it can't be done. You can get a keyboard for it, but it was always quite shit. I never really spoke to it very well. There you go, that last, there you go. So that tick, 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 whilst that one is now going to knock out the pitch on that one. And so of course now when you swing this around, very lovely chemical brother noises. Come on please. Cool, thank you.
Okay, well, let's